Hello. If you had created the calendar event software, which I had given you and gave you the code to recreate and compile, today you probably, if you used it today, you probably found that there's an issue because I logged on and I came in here to this area and I wanted to go here and see how long it's been since I've seen my wife in Vietnam. And I came up with this little bug right here. And I found out what the problem and I'm going to show you how I fixed it. And you'll see it on every one of these. But I found the problem, and I'm going to show you how to fix it, and I'll show you how to recompile it. It's really easy. I just changed about 9 lines of code, and they're all in the same area. And I'm going to show you it works, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, now I would open Visual Studio. I'll show you which lines I needed to change. And for me, I have it down here as one of the icons. Project I'm working on is Calendar Rev 4 beta release. This is the last one I had created. And what you'll notice is the software opened up exactly where I made my change. If you put this in your code where it says getting date and time on line 239, for me, it's line 239. If you had put this in your code from, when you typed all the code in, it's in this area. And these are the only lines that I have changed right here. These are the only lines that I changed. I'll show you what the lines were, and I'll show you what the lines are now. But it's from line 241 to about line 255. These are the only lines I changed in all this code to make it start working again. And this is the area that I changed it in, so you'll know where it is. It is inside of this function. Right here, list box. It's those lines are the only lines I changed. After you change these lines, all you have to do, you can test it and make sure it works. You want to test it in debug mode. But when you build it, you want to put it in release mode, go over here to calendar. After you change everything and test that it works, you right click on calendar setup. Well, for me, it's called calendar setup. This is the installer. And I select rebuild while it's in the release mode. Rebuild. Now that I've rebuilt, the package, I can right click on where it has this calendar setup. This is my installer. Open folder in File Explorer. And again, I'm in the release mode. So when I open this folder, I want to go into the release folder because this is where I'm going to have my new files. They're 12:36. This is 12:37 p.m. So I just built these. I would create a setup folder. I just type it setup calendar. I'll open that folder and I'll copy these in here. This way I can put this on multiple computers if I needed to, or just on the one I'm using. And from this point, now that you would have to uninstall your program, and then you can reinstall your program. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video. One thing you will have to do is remove the old software, the old version that's already installed here. And you just go down here and type add or remove. You'll pull up your settings and you want to go to programs and features. There's other ways to do this, but this is the best way I do it. I find calendar software here. And one thing I'm going to do before I do this, I'm going to go and grab my files because I always save my setup files. So I'm going to right click down here on this Windows Explorer. I'm going to say File Explorer, and I'm going to save my calendar files because I don't want to lose those. I already have a backup of these files, and these are the ones that I keep right here. But I want to keep these, so I'm just going to copy the INI file out here. I'm just holding Control, and I grab with the mouse and I move it out here. And this is whatever's inside of here is now a copy out here. So I want to keep that. And now I want to right-click on this and say select uninstall. Okay, now that that is uninstalled, I'll go ahead and open Explorer again, and I should see my calendar folder if it's still there, and it is. I'm just going to go ahead and remove it and reinstall everything because I've saved my INI files here. So I'll just select delete. Okay, now I will go ahead and install the software, and then I will run the software and test it to make sure that it's still working. I know that it is still working because I've already ran it earlier, but I'll go ahead and do this to show you that I just recompiled it, with those changes, those same changes, and I'm going to show you that it works after installation. So first you can see there's no calendar folder here. So when I run this, I'm just going to right click on setup, and this is my setup calendar folder. I'll run as administrator. I'll go ahead and select next. This is the correct folder I want to use. I'm going to select everyone on this one, and then I'll select next again. Now you should see the calendar folder show up over in this folder over here. And there we go. And I'll go ahead and close this. And it should have also replaced the icon as well. So it should be the same icon going to this folder. When I first started, you'll notice there are no INI files inside of here. So I'll go ahead and start this. And this is just to show you that it's working. Oh, that's wrong. That's functional test. Sorry, it's a counter events. So this just show you it's working. So select. There's no files to select from. Just show you that. There's no files to edit. There's nothing there. Now what I can do, I'll go ahead and close that, and I'll open this. This is where I saved my folders, my files earlier. And I'll just copy my files in here. I'll just select all of them. I can right click, select copy, go over here, right click, select paste, and now the files are in there. I can close that. I really don't need that anymore. It's just a backup now. But I'll go ahead and open counter of events again, and now you can see the files are there. Now to show you that the bug is now gone, I'll go ahead and do this, and I will select the one that I was wanting to select earlier, which was how long it's been since I've seen my wife in Vietnam. And now it's working again. It's been 798 days because Sean Finnerty, Tommy Duncan, Tanya Duncan, Finnerty, and Eric Duncan, and Jane Duncan, Aaron, and Jeremy Duncan do not want to tell the truth to what they know and to what they've done. Jeff Hunt does not want to tell the truth to knowing about Dale Earnhardt faking his death so they could torture me. And because no one would tell the truth and the police have agreed to deprive me of my entire life, I'm sitting here on Alice Saxon's couch waiting for your corrupt cops to tell the truth. It's been 798 days since I've seen my wife in Vietnam. I really did report you to the FBI when I was in Vietnam. You really are under an investigation. You really can get 5 years for lying to the FBI. You can also get 10 years for conspiring against my rights. And you can get 20 years for torture. You can also get 1 year for failure to intervene. But don't worry, it's only 1 year. Right, cops? Bye. I hate you.